managing a global supply chain ecosystem. Joining us today to speak about that, Armando Robles, Vice President at 4PL, and Tom Rhodes, Chief Commercial Officer at MPO. Gentlemen, thank you so very much for being with us today to talk about this case study. Thank you.
Thank you, Russell.
Armando, I want to start with you, if we might, and for the benefit of any viewers unfamiliar with 4PL, what does the company do? Just give us a little background of the company, please.
Well, we are a global logistic service provider, but with more sophisticated solution that is 4PL. No? This is the possibility to get a global ecosystem for response to any kind of needs from our clients.
Mm-hmm. And where is the company based? Where is it headquartered?
Well, the headquarters is in Lima, Peru. Now we are in expansion process, but the company started in Peru 20 years ago.
Mm-hmm. Now, tell us a little bit about expansion. Where are you expanding, and what exactly does that involve?
Well, our expansion is naturally in Latin America. We are serving operations in 15 countries. Mm-hmm. Now we are in the process of expansion to Europe. No? We are starting operations in Portugal and Spain, but for sure we are expecting to expand to other countries in Europe.
And the services that you are offering in Latin America and are offering or planning to offer in Europe, what do they include?
Well, it's typically the global freight services that either is multimodal, ocean freight, air freight, ground transportation, but international cross-border operation. So the different approach that we have comparison to other companies is the alternative, the global hubs to reconnect the cargo with multimodal operations.
Mm-hmm. Those are those are ambitious plans that you have for expansion there. Walk us through some of the challenges perhaps that you are dealing with or think that you might encounter.
Well, for sure is manage the logistic ecosystem. What is the challenge? Maybe the companies sometimes have needs of capabilities to build, for example, a warehouse in Montevideo, Uruguay, for free zone to reconnect the cargo for the South American. Mm-hmm. Another points, for example, they expect to connect the global logistics with last mile delivery solutions. So that kind of solutions need to be delivered as a kind of business release. We have to set a time frame to deliver that solution in a specific time, in short time. But the challenge is build the ecosystem quickly, mm-hmm. because that challenge came from the real needs in the markets.
Mm-hmm. Now, Armando, I know that you ultimately decided to engage the services of an outside firm to help you with some of those issues involved in the expansion. But didn't you try to handle all of those issues in-house initially?
Well, for sure, the most important challenge for us is orchestrate our ecosystem. Mm-hmm. Imagine that now, for example, I need to manage buffer inventory or cross-dock operation, imagine in Antofagasta, Chile. So, but I can search the service providers there to deliver that capability immediately. But how we are going to get the information, how they are going to deliver the solutions. Mm-hmm. So now we are trying to set a common word for our whole ecosystem around the world. Mm-hmm. For example, when we are in the global logistic operations, we have some points that the cargo is ready, no? But the confirmations are different, depends on the logistics partner that we have in any part of the world. Now, our challenge is that orchestration process to synchronize our all ecosystems need to be supported by MPO solution.
Well, let's talk about that partnership, because ultimately you did network with and are working with MPO. Talk to us about that. What led to that partnership?
Well, for sure, it's fantastic the the match that we have with the teams. No, for me that is the most important start of point with a new challenge. No, you need the team. No, so I wonder that we face that organization because we are delivering some solutions in Europe, but our most important area of business is America or Latin America, no? And US. But the time zone is an issue, no? Because Europe is in another time zone. So, well, we took the decision to set the team in Rotterdam, no? To start into deployment process, no? So in that time, we, I don't know, believe that could be complicated for the time zone issue, no? But I wonder we are delivering fantastic reactions and milestones. The thing is going really, really good, and we don't feel the problem of the time zone now.
Armando, I want to turn now to Tom, because of course he's with your partner. He is your partner today. And Tom Rhodes at MPO, talk to us a bit about that partnership in your estimation. How is that going? What brought that about? And what is it that you are bringing to that relationship?
Sure, so I appreciate that, Russell. I mean, the partnership at the end of the day, I think people still buy from people, and companies represent beyond just the person. So our partnership for his needs, we're global, one. Even though he's in Peru, Latin America, his operations are global. When we talk through the relationship and the implementation planning, uniquely, he involved the European side of Spain and Amsterdam, and bringing the team to our offices in Rotterdam there, just to get better cohesiveness in the plan. And he has a multiple business release approach. So first, the transportation, order management, and logistics operations, then moving over to a last mile kind of capability. So you can roll that out in different ways, but obviously we took advantage of the opportunity with his team in expansion in Europe to work through quickly to derive solutions there first. And we're also involving the team, obviously, in every call and workshop over in Peru, but it's a unique situation that traditionally, if a company is headquartered in Latin America, for example, that's where the implementation would start. So I think, you know, it's a partnership for the long-term journey. It's not just a partnership around an immediate delivery of a software solution.
Let's just drill down for just a moment and talk more specifically about what it is MPO is doing with its partner there. Walk us through that with just a bit more detail. How are you helping them?
So MPO is, excuse me, as MPO is a solution provider, as Armando said, is around multi-party orchestration. So connecting his extended ecosystem so that there's one version of the truth around all the data flows and activities around a full order life cycle. Whether that be an inbound order or outbound order, it doesn't matter. At the end of the day, he needs to have full control and visibility to execute that order. So when we look at what we call multi-level order management, multi-tiered inventory management, and multi-mode transport management, cohesively combined, they are necessary in today's and future world to execute and optimize and collaborate cohesively across his ecosystem. Unlike a point solution approach that is just about moving a product from point A to point B to C, it's about where's that inventory, how can I optimally fulfill it, how can I then understand the customer service levels that he has to have, which may be very different modes of transport, and then collectively bringing that all together and having full visibility and analytics to support what he's trying to do.
Well, Tom, you are clearly bringing a comprehensive solution to this relationship. Let me just ask you this, if I might. Where do you see the relationship between MPO and 4PL going? What's the future?
So I think it's actually evolutionary. What he's doing and his company's doing globally, for us, it's a long-term journey. Every customer is a long-term journey. Our first customer today is still happy and rolling out a decade plus later. So if we look at customers very uniquely and differently, and I think that actually was probably one of the key reasons why we partnered together. It wasn't just about a demo, right, or a software point solution. It was really cohesively understanding what he's trying to do and where he's trying to go. And inclusive of here at the conference, we had discussions, and we will have discussions tomorrow around his next step in the journey on his last mile, that he's expanding into 3 countries already today and 11 cities, I think he said to me just shortly ago. So so it's really a business partnership. Technology is an enablement of that.
Armando, final question, but same question really to you. Where do you see this relationship going? What's coming down the road?
I wonder it's a fantastic opportunity to expand other services to many countries, no? Doing multi-services and multi-countries with multi-technology platform. So for us, orchestrate new age of services, like for example, last mile that we start 18 months ago, our first proof of concept solution in Lima, Peru, and now we are facing a growing for 3 countries and 15 cities. No, moving from 1,000 transactions per day to 5,000. No, I wonder it's a huge opportunity for us expand that services to all areas where we are operations. For example, in Europe, no, now we don't have limits, because since we implement one country or one city, we can expand immediately to many countries. So for me, the future is
Endless,
fantastic.
right?
Yes,
Very
it's really
bright,
endless.
very, very bright. Gentlemen, I want to thank you for spending the time to talk with us about this important case study, and also want to wish you and your companies the best going forward. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Russell. It was a pleasure.
Very much.
It's Armando Robles of 4PL and Tom Rhodes of MPO, speaking with us today about managing a global supply chain ecosystem. Thank you for watching.